So, what's up guys? It's your boy again, Wurphine. At ngayong araw, maglalaro ulit tayo ng paborito nating laro. Sweet. Ang larong to ay for mature audience. Yes, it's Doki Doki again guys. Yeah. So, wala nang iba pang gagawin. Saan ba yung last na natin? Save game. Ito yata. So, ano lang, review lang ng last time is pinabasa natin kay kanino ba? Sino ba yung muling pinagbasahan ng poem niya? Sige, bahala na. The hell. Kung sino man siya, God eh. So next natin papabasahin is si Yuri Senpai. Look at this girl. She's so beautiful. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passed, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Okay. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? No, hindi ko nga marinig boses mo eh. I'm so... Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that. It's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Okay. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, nagpapakute na naman siya. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up one of them. On them, okay. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matters, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once she refines her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Poem or poem? I don't know. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. I love that shit. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiled dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Goes under the light. Ano ba naman yan? Tulad na yan. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Battling. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing, air of the present by living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay na. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. Na-predict niya yung naisip ko. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to... Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Bolero! Bolero si Wurpino, guys. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Woohoo! Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Wurpino. Really, I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Okay. Parang ano lang. Parang symbol lang yung ghost para sa kanya. Lingering. Lingering. In her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Don't count on me. Who should I show my poem to next? Siguro si Natsuko, yung batang yawasap. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke my any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get Nagalit yung batang yawasap natin, pare. I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Oh no! Or people like it. What? Just to be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. It hits me hard, man. I think it's hard enough. I like in this poem, oh wala pala yung ayon. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But uh but the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of in the last time. So you did? I guess more went into it. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I means to be a pro. Oh, now she's a pro writer. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last moment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Napakabait man naman, Wurpino. Tatanong pa ako sino next. Last na nga to si Monica eh. Hi, Wurpino. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you really have any suggestions for for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I am always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right? I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just doing with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your phone with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ba't kailangan mo magpa-islant ng ganyan? Don't worry, Wurpino. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori. Oh, yes, Sayori. Alala ko na si Sayori yung una nagbasa. It's that so you and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that's maybe the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other well-being. Sayori, bakit ka gumagawa ng issue? Even if you show it different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. Sorry guys mali yung setup ko ng paglalagay ng camera. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like you. But in any case, Sayori writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Ooh, real? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing things. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Anyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That, that doesn't mean I always feel that way. You know, I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Ay na, ito na yung kay Monica. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. So, asan na yung me? It's it's just a little hole. It wasn't too right. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Whoa. Okay na po. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? His eyes, dude. His eyes. Ay, her eyes, dude. Her eyes. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this: If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hands and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, yung jam namin. Pew! Di pa! This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems, and as they read in tandem. I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki eyebrows furrows in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sad. What's with this language? Hey, did you say something? Oh, it's not. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism of or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. What? How can that be cute? Na-misinterpret natin yung kay Natsuki, man. I know that. Ay, hindi kay Natsuki, kay Yuri. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh! You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, hindi ko na nabasa. If I was looking for suggestion, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Wurpino did too. Nag-aaway na sila. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And we're being like my poem too, you know. Oh my god. Kawawa naman si Wurpino. He even told me he was impressed too. Ay bye. It's okay, suddenly stand up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Ako, that's not what I, your best, Yuri stands out as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Wurpin appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh my gosh! Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cute. Naku. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one those boob magically grew up. Oh my god. Bigger as soon as Wurpino started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Wurpino, she just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get more herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Wurpino. Wait, there's a reason we have too many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them nag-aaway sila. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Wurpino? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whenever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be mamimili na tayo. Kailangan ng Natsuki glares at me, drying up any word. So instead, I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this? Wurpino. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that what a stuck-up jerk she's been. Oh, she would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they're and Yuri's poems are amazingly because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphant. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes up. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Ha ha ha. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. Oh my God. Yan na naman siya sa ano niya. Pabend niya. Ooh. Ay, bagagi na pindot ko. I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That make two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it more worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Wurpino, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Gagawa na naman ng poem. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Wurpino! Ready to walk on? Sure, let's go. Beams at me, it really has been a while since Sayori. Since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can really say I'm not enjoying it. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Atsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew! You know, Wurpino, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes it. That's... Every day is going to be a much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop her? Well, just have to see what a future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. But it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. So okay, gagawa na naman ulit tayo ng poem at may tip sa akin si Mark Joseph about sa mga word ng mga sasabihin. Pagka halimbawa nagustuhan ito. Pag nagustuhan nila yung word, parang tatalon yata sila. Natuwa si ang kailangan ko ma-impress dito is si Sayori kasi Sayori senpai yan eh. Oh my god, ba't si Natsuki? Pag si Det Crimson Clumsy, okay. Vibrant Pleasure Lust, naku, Love Treasure Dazzle, Cheers, teka lang. Kitty, sa bata, yun Boop, Jumpy, Defeat, Rat, Anxiety, Bibig. Ako, sino yung napasaya ko? Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable her over the past few. Entering the club room is the usual scene greets me. Hi, wurpino. Sayori senpai. Sayori. Looks like you're in good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. That's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse first, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Kawawang bata, wala siyang pera. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's no more. You're always hungry, and so that's only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ano to? Siguro hindi lang niya na-planta ng maayos. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my books. Yuri, tell Wurpino to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my books. Ooh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution pala. That is still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? What? Don't let her fool you. Sorry, I know exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But but you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayo. Mm, May pumalo sa kanya. Smack Sayori in the face. Oh, what was... Cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie in plastic. Sir grants around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that's one almost worked. I just gotta give it as you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy because I'm hungry. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Good! Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Napakatao mo kasi. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good though, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave that one to you? Why, still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sarah gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookies is still in hands. Natsuki reach up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sarah suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookies. Hey! Did you seriously do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glanced around. Monica isn't in the club room. There's Monica anyway. Where's theirs? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. Okay. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lose track of time. Haha. That makes no sense though. You would have heard that bell ring at least. I must not have heard it. Since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I'd always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Nahiya si Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. That's so. In that case, I won't let you down, Wurpino. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, oh, nabalik ko na ba sa things? So I didn't miss anything. I did. No, not really. I used to live out Sayori mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like anyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Wurpino. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Ah, are you going with Wurpino to get some supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd happy to go with him. Aww, but I wanted to go. It's too much fun exploring empty classroom and stuff. Ooh. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Wurpino? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that you? Yep. We're gonna be do a poetry performance. Okay, so it makes sense na gumagawa sila ng mga poem. A performance? What kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Wurpino, you're not thinking about it right away at all. It's not just reading bad poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like between my feet, the last remaining flowers beckon to me. I twist that stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Ano ba yan? Baka yung ano to, yung poem niya. Like that, Sayori. How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you serious when you talk like that. You mean it? I'm working super hard on this, you know? I know. I just meant that it's a pretty ordinary contrast to your cute. So, don't say that. It's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, Wurpino, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. Oh, the mission? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed. Oh, she's nothing but a ball of sunshine, throwing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the year went by, I began to hold myself up in the classroom more and more and more. So going adventures with Sayori brings up a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Okay, let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. Ano yan? Crayola. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find. Wait, I'm looking for the favorite color. Fine, fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Yeah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead into the shelf. She falls in the floor and the crayon spills all over her. Oh, so my forehead. Her clutches her forehead. Gee, Sayori, that just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. Have you moved your hand, Sayori? But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly released her hands from her forehead. I gently brushed her bangs to the side. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a huge red mark. May sugat siya. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Wurpino. Where would I even ice around this? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and ran out in the hallway. I look at the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since you used an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori like apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm. Ganda ng tugtog. At least they were already in the wrong spots. Before I spilled them. Sayori here. It's nice and cold. Opens up and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your forehead? Sayori places a bottle against the bump of her head. On her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Look like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Wurpino. This kind of reminds you growing up, doesn't it? Ang sweet na nila, guys. What do you mean? You know, how we used to play outside all the time? All the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You're kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And would rush over, and you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It almost it was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So, in a way, it was my fault. Kind of. Like this times two, nagiging seryoso na yung usapan. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Wurpino, I don't think you realize it. It's thinking about other people, even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even. Oh, hindi ko nabasa. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of things all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Even before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right, Wurpino. I'm so glad that's nothing changed between us. Do you think it'll it will it be do you think be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling for college after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can imagine you never changing. You ever changing. So my hopes are I'm so happy. Sayori was a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remained silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in though like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we would go back. I don't want to worry Monica. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Shout out na rin pala kay Carlo Dacuro, kay Kaloy TV, at kay Jasper Abogne. Thank you sa message, man. It helps me a lot to make a lot of videos. So mag-comment na lang din kayo. See you soon. Stay safe, Wurp.